Rule number one in 48 Laws of Power: never outshine the master. So basically, if you have a lot of talents, you're very talented, attractive, etc., try to downplay it when you're in the presence of someone of higher stature. Because if you don't, you risk inspiring insecurity and envy among people of higher status. And people of higher status and power will use that against people who make them feel insecure. Now, we get into an example here. There was a Italian prince. His name was Astorre Manfredi, Prince of Faenza. He was the most handsome of all young princes, and he captivated his subjects with his generosity and open spirit. Now, there was this individual, Cesare Borgia, a man of power, and he laid siege to the prince's town. And long story short, the prince was found dead a year later. Cesare Borgia, he said it was due to some trumped up reason because of conspiracy of treason or whatever. But the real reason here was because the prince outshined him in everything and made him feel insecure. So never outshine people of higher status. It could inevitably lead to your downfall. They could use their resources to result in your downfall. So do your best to downplay your natural talents and attractiveness. One way to use this on the flip side is Galileo's story. So Galileo, when he first tried to get funding for all those projects, he would give gifts to different Patreons, but it would always be a whole exercise of him giving little things, and he wouldn't really receive like money in return. It'd be like gifts in return, so exchanges, but nothing really of a lot of value. So at the time, he was a very smart man, but he just didn't really have a lot of funds to proceed with getting a better, I'd say, a better facility or better equipment for his scientific experiments and scientific research. So eventually he switched that up and he focused on one family, the Medici family. And with this, he attributed and connected them with one of the greatest gods at the time, Jupiter, the god of Jupiter. So he connected their family symbol or emblem with Jupiter. And because of that, because it rose their kind of status and image, Cosmo II, I guess a descendant of the Medici family or part of it, he made Galileo the official court philosopher and mathematician with a full salary. And for this at the time, that was a big deal. And it made the days of begging for Galileo a past faded memory. So it resulted in his funding and further research. He didn't kind of inspire resentment or insecurity by being overly intellectual, but rather he found ways to make his masters shine more and thus gain their favor, and then they use their power to benefit him. So the biggest takeaway here in Law 1, never outshine the master, is if you're naturally gifted, talented, as you should be, right, to advance in the world, around people of higher status, keep it down a little and find ways to make them look better. Because when it comes down to it, people of power, they want to look the smartest, the most attractive, the most charismatic, the most brilliant, the greatest shining star. And if you can find a way to make them shine more, and they know that you make them shine more, you can use that as leverage and gain their favor to help you in your end of hours. And if you try to shine greater than them, or accidentally, inadvertently shine greater than them because you're just naturally charismatic, naturally attractive, naturally talented, that can inspire envy and insecurity among people around you. Rule 1 in 48 Laws of Power.